Hello and welcome to the FSXTout channel. Today we'll be reviewing the Beechcraft Starship. Right. For today's flight, we'll be flying from VC Bird International to Princess Juliana International. Okay, VFR to TNCM. Okay, save. Yes. Let's change the time. Daytime. Let's fly. Here we are in the virtual cockpit of the Beechcraft Starship, and there is no virtual cockpit. That sucks. Let's check out if there are any panels included. Shift 1, okay, there's a panel. Shift 2, Shift 3, plus there's a radar, okay. Shift 4, throttle quadrant. Shift 5, okay, there's no Shift 5. Yeah, but that's interesting. Let's see if there's an alternate cockpit, the 2D cockpit. No 2D cockpit. Well, okay. Let's fly with this one then. This cockpit, very limited. Let's check out the spot view of this aircraft. Alright, and this is the outside of the airplane. Let's see. Okay, the rudders are on the wingtips. We have canards and flight surfaces on the tail going up and down, and the ailerons. Okay, the ailerons seem to be mixed with the elevator. Yeah, the ailerons are mixed with the elevator. See, okay, and this airplane has no speed brakes. I'm not a fan of the textures of this aircraft. It looks as if it's been ported over from FS9. Not really a fan. Let's take off and see how she flies. Alright, we're airborne. Gear up. Flaps up. And this is mighty underwhelming. This panel I have up is superimposed over the non-existent cockpit view, so check this out. Disturbing, right? Let's press spacebar to center it. Okay, that did not help. Oops. Okay, I'm not quite sure what direction I'm going in. Let's press A. Okay. I pressed A to go into 2D cockpit mode, and I have this panel up, so that's good. Let's level off at 3,500. Bring the throttle back. Okay, that was a miss. Okay, let's level off at 3,600 instead. Let's check the autopilot. Autopilot on. Altitude hold. Vertical speed, yaw dampener. ILS. TCAS radar. Well, that's what this was. Interesting. Keyboard, map, GPS, T-class radar, throttle quadrant. Alright, let's check our flight plan. Oops. Radar, TNCM, and we're flying in the wrong direction. So let's turn off the autopilot. Bank to the left. Alright, now we're back on course. Let's turn back on the autopilot. Let's see if I can get my autopilot to change heading and change altitude. So far over here there's nothing for altitude. There at least should be 4 zeros to allow me to change the altitude, but there's nothing here. So let's see if I can get my heading to change. Heading, hold on, and I'm turning. Oh, I'm guessing this is the heading bug. Oops. Okay, I got that to work. Let's see if we can get this to work. What is this? CRS. Alright, that's not what I'm looking for. Let's try this. Altitude hold. Altitude hold on. And I'm diving. To what altitude I'm diving to? I have no idea. Let's turn that off. And slowly pitch back up. Yeah, so far not loving this aircraft. Let's check outside. Hey, it looks good. I really like these aircraft with canards on them. They look so unconventional and sporty. Okay, we are like 9 miles away from Princess Juliana International. Let's turn off the autopilot. We're going to start our descent. And as we're descending, let's check our checklists and references, and then we'll check the ATC availability. So checklists, let's put this in the center. Checklists, no, there's no checklist and no aircraft reference. That's okay. Actually, that's not okay. Let's check aircraft availability.
Juliana approach Starship is type Starship 13 miles southwest of Juliana 7800. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace. Starship Juliana approach squawk 4411. Squawk 4411. Starship. Starship radar contact 13 miles west of Juliana 7600. Cleared through the Bravo airspace. Maintain all navigation. Cleared into Bravo airspace. Starship.
Okay, so that was a bit strange. One, I thought I was 9 miles away. I'm actually 13 miles away. And I'm flying a Beechcraft Starship, but in the ATC, it only came up as Starship. So I'm okay with that, somewhat. We're still turning, we're still turning, we're still turning, and we're descending. Hopefully I can see the airport. Oh, there is the airport coming up onto my right. Still turning. Oh, there is the runway. And what altitude am I at? 6,000. This is a bit too high. Let's see if I can descend and do a proper landing here. To save myself embarrassment from landing in the center of the runway, I'm going to go around. Flaps up. Yep. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't land there. So let's increase power, level off, and go around. Okay, here we are at around 17,000 feet. So 1700. Let's open up our flaps and notice the 4 planes. They move forward for the flaps. That is pretty nice. Right. Now let's turn to final. We are a bit low. Okay, looks like we are on glide slope. But right there is the runway, and we are definitely not lined up on it at all. That turn was a bit too sharp. Anyways, I think I can side slip and still manage to get on center line. Let's test that. Patience, patience. This 2D cockpit is not helping me any. Okay, we are dangerously low. Let's add some power. Make sure we don't hit the water. Okay, not bad for lining up on the center line. Let's check the outside view. Up tower. Oh, she just sits there, man. Wow. Man, this plane just sits there. Okay, so it does have reverse thrust. Couldn't tell. Alright, we're off the runway. We're in one piece. Don't worry guys, this is not about me flying, but this is about the aircraft, how it performs, and how we interface with it in the flight simulator. So sure, you guys can comment about my bad flying, but it doesn't really help this aircraft's case. Okay, let's check out the UI usability. Let's see how the plane is presented in the UI and if it has publisher, aircraft type, manufacturer, all that. Okay, so Beechcraft Starship. Let's see Beechcraft. There's a Starship. Publisher. Okay, so the publisher of this aircraft is unknown. Let's see, since I just confirmed this is a turboprop, a twin engine turboprop, let's check. Oh, it doesn't appear as twin engine turboprop. Let's see, legacy. Oh, there it is. Right, let's check aircraft details. Oh wow, so it does have, this is like a little half-ass aircraft details. Okay, let's see what the final score is. For cockpit functionality, this Starship failed everything. No VC, limited gauges, piss poor autopilot, and an insult of a 2D cockpit. Out of 10, accuracy gets 0, working gauges 4, autopilot 2, 2D cockpit 3. Moving on. Control surfaces and animations were accurate. 10 out of 10 for those. The textures could use some work though. These FS9 textures in FSX look cartoonish and could use some gloss or grunge. I give it a 7. The Beechcraft Starship identified itself as Starship to the ATC, which I found strange. 0 for manufacturer callout and full marks for the is type section. No checklists and references were available, so 0 for this section. And for UI usability, points for having a thumbnail, the manufacturer listed, and having details. Publisher and the aircraft type were not listed. Though I didn't show it, this aircraft only comes with one texture. And here is the final compiled list that I worked way too hard on. Bask in its glory. Whoa, this is the longest video I've ever produced. Thanks for sitting through it. Tell me what you think about the editing and general style of the video in the comments. Aircraft to review and editing tips are also welcome in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Bye.